Well, Ariana Grande is a witch for sure. I'm going to talk about the spell that she's got girls under and the concept of being a girl's girl. So let's start off with, now obviously this is all to do with Wicked, and the Wicked is coming out. There's been the premiere, and the moment that I heard that Wicked, I remember it was like, I don't know, earlier this year, like January or something, January, February. The second I heard that Wicked was coming out around the same time as Thanksgiving, I knew that that this whole period of time, this was going to be a moment of movement for both the Kingdom of Heaven and the Kingdom of Darkness. But what I want to talk about is this whole girl's girl thing, because I know from being a woman of my age, that the concept of being a girl's girl is that you're a girl for the girls. Like, you take girls' sides on things. Like if a guy is cheating on his girl with you telling the girl, that makes you a girl's girl. You sending the receipts, you giving clues, that makes you a girl's girl. If somebody comes up against another female in any way, usually particularly the male community, right, then that makes you a girl's girl, right? A girl's girl. And so if you hold a woman accountable for her actions these days against a man, that for a lot of women would say you're not being a girl's girl, because as a girl's girl, you always take the girl's side. That's what we do, right? Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this and why I'm thinking that Ariana Grande most definitely has girls under a spell today is because so many girls are like, oh my gosh, like Ariana Grande, look how beautiful she is, and she's like perfect for Glinda, and I'm so right that she was made for that role, and like everyone's in love with her. But she did the most un-girls girl thing, even with being with this dude that she's with now. And how is nobody talking about that? How is nobody talking about the fact that she was with a man who was already married, who had just had a baby, she gets with him, and we just brush that to the side. We're just not talking about that. That's the least girls girl thing she could have done. But all of a sudden, when it's Ariana Grande, we're not paying attention to that anymore. And this is what I'm trying to say to you guys, that she's got everybody under a spell. She's got everybody under a spell. And it just goes to show how strong and powerful and influential these people are. And for me, the reason why I'm even mentioning this is I don't know what's going to happen with this Wicked thing, but I feel like there's about to be another one of these big chess moves of the devil for women, particularly younger women, because because people are relating to her and accepting what she's doing, and she's so influential. She's about to be a part of what's going to be one of the biggest movies this year. We had the Barbie movie, so we've all been marinated with, everybody's this Barbie, and I haven't seen the Barbie movie. You don't need to. I've seen enough. I would most definitely be watching Wicked, I can assure you of that, because I knew since I heard it was coming out, and I knew that it had her and the other lady, and I saw how they both are and how they conduct themselves. I'm going to talk in a separate video about my interesting theory about what I think is going to happen after Wicked, after it comes out, amongst women. But I just find it fascinating how we as modern women as a whole get into these obsessions with these women that just get away with murder essentially, but we follow them blindly. You know what I'm saying? Even when they're contradicting their own message. It's like what I always used to say about Beyonce. She does use all these songs like, oh, I don't need a man, I got my girls, da 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 da, and all her songs. Meanwhile, are you guys not supposed to be one of the power couples, you and Jay-Z? Was he not the one who spearheaded so much of your career? And did he not take over your basically controlling your career after your father, who was the one who was directing you and all of Destiny's Child and making you at the forefront and the reason why you have a career? I thought we didn't need men. Oh, no, we don't need men, but we contradict ourselves. And this is what I'm saying about how it's nuts how these women get away with this stuff. And Ariana, she's known to have a history of these overlapping relationships, of the overlap of, oh, well, he was with her, but, things just happened and we just whatevered. I honestly think this is going to be this Wicked movie and all of this, and the way that Ariana's, on their tour, she's doing all this crying, and her and, the other lady are, I think it's Cynthia, they keep, welling up, because this is how we get marinated as girls. I don't know if people realize that. The tears, the sadness. This is why the Oprah Winfrey show was so powerful. I'm also going to be talking about her as well today. Talking about everything today. You know, because people sit on her couch and they have their stories. And, you know, the celebrities, when they want to marinate us, they always do these big, like, interviews, and they're like crying, and they're like, you know, not looking this as Hollywood as they normally would, you know, so that they can marinate the fans. Like I said, I feel like that whole situation of the bombing, or there was like a bombing that took place at Ariana Grande's concert in Manchester. I talked about that again earlier this year. Then she did this whole concert, and now she's got this special relationship with Manchester. Like, it's all marinating. It's all putting a spell, this like, and that's why I'm talking about it, because it is like, I've said it before, long before there was Wicked, I told you guys that these women were putting spells. And this is what I'm thinking, what's going to be the next spell now? Because I'm starting to think, yeah, that I've already known that they use these movies and stuff to put spells on us, and just everything that they do. You know what I mean? Even the God is a Woman, like, video, where she's sitting there, you know, like legs spread on top of the freaking ball of the earth, singing how she's God is a woman, and she's got all these women dancing with her. It's like Beyonce, Run the World, Girls, like, you know, all of this stuff that's like programming us as women and programming the way that we think. But I'm just saying, anyway, the point that I wanted to get to is A, prove that she's putting women under a spell, and B, like, I just find it funny that we're not talking about how she's not acting like a girl's girl. And this is why I know that, like, a lot of things that us women say these days is so fickle. Like, it's very, very fickle. We're like, oh yeah, no, we wouldn't support that because she's not acting like a girl's girl. She's not acting like this. But then there you are actually allowing that. So, you know what I mean? Make your mind up. Like, make your mind up. Are we girls or are we not girls? You know what I mean? Is that girl behavior or not? Because for me, from my understanding, I thought that was the number one thing that we don't do. If anything, what she should have done is, if that guy was making advances on her, she's supposed to DM the wife and be like, I hate to tell you this, but this is what happened, and bring as much receipts and proof and information as possible. If anything, we're supposed to come together as women, right? We're supposed to come to each other as a woman, right? I come to you as a woman, and we together forge a plan as to how we're going to catch him out, and then how we're going to take him down together. That's what I thought being a girl's girl was. But no, now there's Ariana Grande and everyone's like, oh, Glinda the witch, oh my gosh, she was born for that. You're under a spell. Sorry to tell you that. I'm not sorry to tell you that. I don't want to say sorry to tell you that, because I'm not sorry. I'm happy to tell you, because you need to get up out of that. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Didn't have much to say about that. Anyways, if life's a game, is pay to win. God bless you. God loves you. I love you. And I'll see you in my next one.